Good morning, Blues, and welcome back to We Are the South Stand. Admin first, of course, as always. Please make sure you are liking the video. It goes a long, long way. Trust me, it's the most you can support this channel is by liking the video. Dropping a comment below, disagreeing or agreeing with what I'm saying, giving me your thoughts, and of course, subscribing to the channel. We are on the road to 10K at a very fast pace. We want to get there as quickly as possible. And so all the extra subscribers, we will keep you informed throughout the season, keep you entertained with those not only news, but those great debates and those match reactions and, of course, watch-alongs. So please do subscribe, like and comment. Right then, it is 36 hours until Manchester City's season kicks off. It's less than that until the Premier League kicks off, probably about 12 hours till the Premier League kicks off. I know I usually do a Saturday show, a morning show. However, with the season starting tomorrow, my other half is down from Manchester and, you know, she's about to get a full season being with me. So limited time, I guess. So today we're going to go out in London. I'm going to take her to see Big Ben. She wants to see a few other places, which means I am going to bring you a real quick update on where we are with transfers. Right, where are we? Let's do the ones we know so far. The ones we know. McAtee is joining Nottingham Forest. Fee has been agreed, round about 25 million. Some great business again. We've got in there a sell-on clause and a buyback clause. So I think they've got a great player there. Going to watch him develop there. Not going to lie, always been a fan of the Salford Silver. So let's see how he develops. We wish him well, and who knows, might be like James Trafford, another one coming back to us. Alternatively, hey, they might sell him in 3 years' time to Chelsea, and we might get an extra 20 million or something. So let's see what happens, and we wish you well, James. Did I say Trafford? McAtee. If I said Trafford, I mean McAtee. Right, second one to Nottingham Forest. Keep an eye out for Rico Lewis to Nottingham Forest. Now, I haven't had anything from my Manchester City sources, but from the Nottingham Forest side, Wolfie, I have heard that this is as good as done. Now, that would surprise me. However, you never know. Where would they play him? Would they play him as a right back? Would they play him as a midfielder? And I guess the key with this, would it be a loan? Would it be a permanent move? I think I've made it pretty clear. I would like to see Rico Lewis loaned out for a season to a Premier League club or a La Liga club to play in a midfield position, just so we can see how good he actually can be as a midfielder. But keep an eye out for this one, Rico Lewis to Nottingham Forest. Now, let's move on to the news I know you all want to talk about. Some of you want Donnarumma. Some of you aren't so keen on Donnarumma. I think most of you want Rodrygo over Savio. But let's talk on all of those. Right, so firstly, Edison. Although nothing has come out too concrete on Edison, and he is still in training, and I would even consider that he may well start tomorrow, right? It would be nice for him to start tomorrow, even if he is leaving, for him to get a fond farewell from the fans. Because, look, Edison is a Manchester City legend in my eyes. He's been part of the greatest period of our history by a country mile, and he's been pivotal to it. We've got to remember that first season without Edison wasn't great. The minute Edison came in, everything changed. So for me, he is a legend, and it would be good for him to get that game against Wolves. And if he is leaving, get a farewell from all the City fans. And the away fans, we know they will sing him off. He's Brazilian. He only costs 30 million. But Tom Lee has reported, right, Tom Lee hasn't reported. Tom Lee has tweeted yesterday two things. Firstly, not a farewell, but it certainly read a bit like a farewell. Thank you, Edison. Nothing but good thoughts to you and your family type kind of message. He then followed that with a quote, well, referencing a Donna Summers song, saying, do love a bit of Donna Summers. So read between the lines. Seems like Tom Lee's heard something, and that there's a good chance Edison is going to be leaving, no doubt to Galatasaray, which would then mean Manchester City fully send for Donnarumma, who's already pretty much confirmed he wants Manchester City. We even heard, I think, on Wednesday night that after the game, City would be speaking with PSG directly about how this deal could be done. So I expect that one will start to pick up a bit more pace. I have been told from a Man City outlet today that it might be done as early as today. And I don't mean Donnarumma, I mean Edison being confirmed to be leaving the club. I've even read this morning as well, actually, that Edison has let the club know that he'd like to leave. So I'd expect that we might see some movement on Edison today. Alternatively, maybe on Sunday after the Wolves game. And then it will be fully sending for Donnarumma. How do you feel about that? What side are you on? Trafford side, Donnarumma side, or do you know what? Where I probably am sitting now, although I'm not overly happy with, the treatment of Trafford, I want my club to have the two great goalkeepers. So, you know what? That's where I am. Right, now let's move on to the other one, the Rodrygo saga. Now, we all know the Rodrygo saga is very, very pivotal on the Savio saga. Now, Savio, it has been confirmed, has flown over his agents from Brazil, which tells us he wants to get this deal done. We're being told it was Savio that started this whole kind of movement to Tottenham. Tottenham seem keen on him. Other thing that we've seen, and by the way, check the tweets to the side of me, is that apparently Tottenham have put in a second bid for around about 70 million euros that has been rejected. Now, what I've been told was the first bid was 50 million euros. That got rejected. I understand that. City want more than 50 million pounds. Now, if Tottenham have come in with 70 million euros, I think that works out about 60 million quid, which for me is really not too far from where I would expect a deal to be done. I must admit, I didn't think this deal would get done. I thought Levy would be a nightmare to deal with. I think he'd drag it out. If they've really come in with a second bid of 70 million, that 70 million euros is what, round about 62 million pound, which I think if we get anything from 60 upwards for Savio, when we paid 33 for him, we should take it and we should fully send for Rodrygo. Look, if we sell Savio, we definitely do need to get in another winger. If you think about it, we're going to be going in January, February when African Nations is on. We're going to be without Aït-Nouri, without Marmoush. Jack Grealish is gone. If Savio goes, I think we are a little bit light. So I would expect, with Pep being an admirer of Rodrygo, that we would send for Rodrygo. Now, we've also seen from a couple of Madrid outlets, they're saying Manchester City are preparing a bid of 100 million for Rodrygo. I would expect Manchester City's bid to be more like 80 million euros, to be honest with you, first bid. I can't see us going up to 100 million for him. Personally, for me, however good he is he a 100 million player? Well, I know you're going to ask me, is Jack Grealish a 100 million pound player? Valid point. But my answer would be, I don't think Jack Grealish is a 100 million pound player. I think Jack Grealish performed at a 70 million pound player level. I would expect Rodrygo to cost us around about 80 million euros. But let's see on both of those. But the main news on Savio is that his agents are now over in the country. Oh, and also that Spurs have promised his agents that there will be a second or third bid incoming very, very soon. So it does look like both the Savio and the Edison to Galatasaray moves are picking up pace. And we all know what that means. If those two go, it's going to be Donnarumma, it's going to be Rodrygo incoming. What I want you to do is, if we were to get Donnarumma and if we were to get Rodrygo, how do you rate this transfer window? Comment below. Please remember, I'm going to stick with it. We haven't got a right back yet. Would you rather we go and get Rodrygo, we go and get Donnarumma, or we go and get a right back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Right, people, there will be a preview for the Wolves game coming up later on today once I am back from taking the lovely other half down to London. But all of you have a great day, and I will catch up with you soon. Peace.